It's time, that part of the show where I open up my mailbag and we answer your questions at home. I'm really delighted to say that I'm being joined by someone from the other side of the political aisle, and it's former Labor MP Michael Danby. Michael, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Evening, Cory.
Can I kick it off with a question from Danny? He asks, does Keating's attack on US Speaker Pelosi signify something about Labor's approach to China? Now, you're more familiar with Paul Keating and Labor's approach to China than perhaps almost anyone. What did you make of Paul Keating wading into Nancy Pelosi's prospective visit to Taiwan?
Well, so far, Albo and Wong are holding the Australian line on China. But Keating is way out of whack, way out of sync with 80% of Australians who, according to the Lowy poll, have doubts about China. And this is the key point with that. He's still influential, Cory. The irony is that, especially with people in federal parliament in the from New South Wales, the irony is here I'm on your program praising the pragmatic, dominant socialist left leaders of Australia, the PM and the Foreign Minister, and raising alarm about Paul Keating and his ghastly gang of pro-Beijing people from the New South Wales right. What an ironic position to be in.
But doesn't it say something about people who have good, committed views that, you know, you make decisions that you think are the best at the time. Now, you and I disagree on any manner of things, and perhaps I've raised some of them earlier tonight. But the fact is that we can have a discussion about this stuff, and it doesn't matter if the person's on our team or not. You just have the view and you have a respectful conversation about it. Can I jump ahead though? Paul asks, why was there no uproar when the Muslim footy player refused to play the Pride round? Now, you remember that was a women's AFL player, and yet we've had the big brouhaha this week with the Manly players. What's your view on that?
Well, I think Magda Zabansky, the wokester, was the one who said that these people were disrespecting their religion. I mean, come on, really? They just refused to wear a jumper. And I don't think... I was very interested in the coach and the captain of the Manly team saying we should respect the diversity of the people who play in our team. We can't force people to have a complete set of correct attitudes as they, would... Magda Zabansky, the project, and the ABC dominant stream would like us to have. It's just, it's a conversation. People have different views. I might wear the jumper, you might not. So what?
Yep, and it's like I often say, my wife and I disagree on many, many things, but the things that unite us are much more important than the difficulties. Hey, just quickly, Ben asks, wondering why Albo didn't take Jacinda Price with him to the NT. Wasn't he supposed to be the inclusive PM? After all, it's her backyard. I don't reckon he'll be going anywhere with Jacinda, do you?
Look, I think she made a great speech. She and I think a Labor MP, Marion Scrigmore, raised real doubts about whether taking the alcohol ban off from remote communities in the north was the right thing to do. I think all of them, Albo, Amanda Rishworth, should take all the Indigenous MPs up there and go and see whether removing that alcohol ban is the right thing. I remember Jenny Macklin of the Labor Party was the person who was so insistent about the income card and about the alcohol ban. And, I don't know what's changed so much. I don't know whether Amanda Rishworth's followed what they're saying up there.
Michael, I'm sorry, I've got to leave it there. I'll get you back another time because there's plenty we've got to talk about it. And I've covered some of them tonight. I know you'll want to as well.
Including Slava Ukraine.
And thank you to you at home.